Nope, watch out.
So the entire floor washed out in this. In the last hurricanes, we have big voids underneath the concrete inside the house. So we're going to be pumping from the top. We're going to pump foam in there, fill the void, stabilize the soil and support the house foundation. This is also polyurethane, window and door, great stuff. So this stuff, they spray around the windows. It doesn't get nearly as hard as our material. It's polyurethane, it's a two-part, but if we had to spray our material around this, we'll literally blow the windows right out of the frame.
I'm going to do just 10 seconds.
30 seconds. Dude, you can put a lot of material. Let me go grab the material quickly. So the material spread from where Eric was pumping. Eric was foaming there. The material spread all the way out here and came up through the crack. And you can see it's actually lifted that, which, yeah, that lifted. So that means that we've got really, yeah, there's cracks there. There's a crack running right through there now. We foamed this area here, which we did get lift there. You can see that cracks opened up. There's no dust in that. So that we did. Then Eric did that hole back there, which spread out here. We got lift over here, really good lift actually, which will assist this room from cracking any further. And now, I haven't done that corner because I foamed there and there. This is solid, but I just want to get foam under this corner here to make sure that the front of this building is solid and stable.
Well, guess what?
What?
Full.
Oh,
There was a
wow.
hole right next to it.
Oh, there was?
Yeah.
All right, leave it at that. All right, let that set up and then go through the same hole. Because I feel that like we need more material down there, Eric. It's moving. Okay, next hole. It's not going to take much more, you're right. Hey? Oh, it did. All right. All right. Next hole. That means that one's full. All right, so yeah, you can see this is some of our relief foam, meaning it's this foam that's come up through the cracks. And you can compare this. I mean, that's rock hard, even though it's free foaming. It's not under pressure, but it's still rock hard. That's a bit soft and squishy, that's extra. But that you can see is rock hard compared to that there. So that's the difference between regular insulation polyurethane and our foam, our concrete lifting foam. There's a huge difference in the engineering of the material to get it this hard to support concrete slabs. All right, so this floor wasn't as bad. We had some more voids around the back here, but let's just drill a couple of holes here to stabilize this. Good, now I'm just drilling, pre-drilling a kind of diamond pattern. So we got two there, one in the center, do another one here. We've got a lot of foam underneath here. We've got good lift, good support. And even though this slab lifted up, they're going to come and grind all this down tomorrow to put new paving down or new tiles down. So you can see how this lifted up. Yeah. You can see it came up this side here as well. You can see there how that's broken loose. So we got a bunch of foam under here, meaning we've filled the voids, compacted the soil, and it started lifting the concrete out. Yeah. This we got a bunch of material underneath here that popped up and blew back on us. So we got a lot of material in this corner. Okay. And then we did a hole here as well. And that hole actually there, the foam came out here in this crack when we were filling up there. Yeah. So it spread out really well. And I checked outside, I didn't see anything come out at the bottom, but the chances aren't good at that because you're a footer. The material will push out. It's not on a monolithic slab, so it didn't blow out in the back anywhere. Yep, that's all good. And while we were foaming in the front here as well, we were just listening for it underneath because we'll hear it bubbling out. Yeah. And we didn't have anything come out. That just means that, your footer goes down deep enough that the foam didn't get underneath. It stayed within the confines. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm going to put a hole back here. There's a hole there. So we got a hole there and there. This is where they did new plumbing. And this is where they saw that there were voids. But last time there was a big, got a hole there. Because this section here, you can see they poured new concrete. They put new plumbing in here. And I just wanted to get some more foam under here in case they didn't compact the soil below after doing the new plumbing. No, it won't damage it because the plumbing is about 2 foot below. It's just the soil on top of the pipe. They didn't compact that properly. I want the foam to get in and compact that. That's why we've drilled on either side of the section to get the foam in under the new concrete. And to compact that soil, probably used about 12 to 15 gallons so far, which is a lot. But I was expecting that because when I pre-drilled, before I quoted, I measured the void and there was a big void in the front of that property. This is not as bad. This is more just stabilizing because they cut this up for the new plumbing. So I'm not too concerned about this, but that front section was my concern. We've done the outsides. We've got a couple in the center, but I want to do some more here and down there. We've got a hole drilled here just to make sure that all the voids are filled. We've got the lift we want around the outside. We didn't get it coming out any of the other cut holes, the saw holes, but that's good. Yeah, do this one, yeah. So it's probably because this was all poured individually. And when we got all the lift out of that, it obviously moved that wall. But after we got this done, it won't move anymore. Do that one next, and then we can do this one. What's wrong?
It didn't even go.
What's wrong? Eh?
I don't know if I didn't see it.
Just put some water in there. Why are you giving short shots?
Because look around what's happening.
Okay, just don't mess with it. Leave it till it gets hard. Just leave it. Because it makes more of a mess, Eric. And it's going to come out again. If you let it get hard, okay, go. 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 Really. Keep going. What do you mean it's not going to work, Eric? It's working.
Nope, watch out.
Guys are... Oh, well, that didn't make too much of a mess. That would have been really funny. Good job, Eric.
That was crazy.
So that means that the material moved from there to there, which is good. At least it filled that up, which is great. Even though we have foam, it's not hard under there, so that's why I want Eric to put some more foam in there. It just spread out that way, it didn't compact. All right. Keep going, Eric, keep going. Give it some stick. Let that harden up a little bit and then you can give some more. Okay, give it another 10-second shot, Eric, and we're good. Good job, Eric. Good job indeed. We've got a lot of foam under here, especially this front section that was our main concern for the room dropping. So it's all good. We've got crack marks all along where we wanted it to prove that we had the floor coming up. We actually had foam coming up in the cracks, you can see there. And this side here is stable and solid, so all good. So this whole side of the house is being supported by foam now. The rest of the foundation was solid. This was an area of concern, so this is all being supported by foam right now. If you guys need concrete repair on your foundations, call the number below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, check this one out. Thanks guys, we'll see you next time.